This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome into Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Media School Studios. I'm David Double D Dykstra. I don't have my normal tag team partner with me today, so we'll call him the defunct No Gimmicks.
They're like thrown in, like they kind of just throw him into the match, you know?
We like to call him Pepe Light.
No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this.
Pepe Light.
Nope.
Pepe Light.
Not a thing.
Look like you could be his
No,
head.
I'm not. Stop.
Just saying. But anyway, we've got a lot to go over this week because, unfortunately, Scotty was on vacay last week. Frankie and I were both sick, and Nick just goes, well, guess no show. Yep. By the way, much love to my boys at the MCW. We love you. That being said, we got to talk about Double or Nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Probably one of the best pay-per-views that AEW has put on in years, top to bottom.
Top to bottom, I would agree with that, and I mean until All In, it'd probably be taken over. But it continues the thing of AEW, just they kill it on pay-per-views.
Yeah,
every single time they do not go wrong.
Wait a
minute. They always kill it.
Nick's not here. AEW is trash during the week.
AEW is garbage during the week.
But pay-per-views, I will buy until I die.
Yes,
because they are amazing. And I will say this. There's one match that I think, and you kind of said it can't be replicated. I think it can if you get the right environment that may have changed the way wrestling matches could be presented in the future.
Arizona surprised me. They were a really good crowd.
Smaller venues.
They were a really good crowd.
Have been kicking for, I mean, even Dynamite Collision this weekend was on fire as far as the fans went.
Mm-hmm.
On the matches, but the crowd was hype, so I'll give them credit for that. So let's go over it real quick. Don Callis family versus the Paragon. Honest to God, it was the Don Callis family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that won. Yeah.
Meh.
They
hit their spots. It was still good, but very meh. Just
it's such a. There's so much talent in that ring, though.
Yeah.
That hitting everybody's individual spots is got to be a tough thing, especially in a 6-man.
Oh yeah.
But I did expect a little bit more.
100%.
So let's move on.
Again, that also felt like a match that was just thrown in really late.
Yeah,
it was. It was like
it 100%.
It gave that energy in the ring. It was still solid.
Timing a little off, probably. Yeah. Let's move to FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia.
It was just fun to see Nigel McGuinness back in the ring.
I don't know if he legitimately hurt his ribs in that match, but if he did not, he sold the hell out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sold the hell out of it. Nigel's still got it, and if he's only going to do it here and there every once in a while, absolutely 100% worth of it. One of the best technical wrestlers never to get a big push from a big company.
Yes, and then you pair him with FTR and Daniel Garcia, and they can make magic in there. Even though it seems like a pairing that probably should not work in the ring, and it just does because they all know what they're doing, and they probably have to help him along a little bit more just because of how he's not in all the time and all the injuries that he's had, but he could still put on a banger like that.
I'm gonna kill Frankie. I'm going to kill Frankie right now. I'm going to jump around a little bit, Frankie, because I want to save the best ones for last.
Like what? The match-wise?
What I considered some of the best matches
you're skipping
for last.
This next one?
Yes. We're going to see. To me, that one was the most surprising and best match of the night, potentially. So let's go to
Okay.
the Continental title match.
Did you want more out of this one?
I thought it was phenomenal.
I thought it was good,
I
but
thought
I
it
wanted
was-
a little. There was just something I wanted, like a little bit more. I don't know what.
Here's how I'll explain it to you. As a wrestling fan and a guy who dissects wrestling matches, it was exactly, if not more, of what I expected.
Okay.
That put Bailey over
Yes.
so well,
Yes.
even losing. But if you've watched Okada's matches over the last year, it's literally Okada getting his ass kicked pretty much for the whole match, and then he pulls out the Rainmaker and it's done.
Yeah, that finish they had was awesome. But I don't know, for me, like, it was still a phenomenal match, one of the better matches on this card. And I was still just like, I feel like there was something missing, like there was something more they could have done.
I absolutely...
Not that it was bad at all. I was just like, there's something missing that would have made this top tier.
I absolutely disagree.
Really? Okay.
100%.
All right.
This is exactly what that match had to be. There, Speedball has gotten known for wrestling up to his competition.
Yes.
And you really hadn't seen him get to that level with someone. And Okada's the perfect guy. And he showed up and showed out. I was thoroughly impressed with the way Mike Bailey executed this match. Phenomenally well done. I couldn't ask for anything more. I think the spots were great. And it happened just the way everybody thought it would. Okada hits the Rainmaker, which leads to something else, which we'll talk about here in a little bit.
And it continues. Bailey's on just such a good run right now. The way they've booked him, the way he's presented himself on even on weekly TV, it's like he's been one of the better signings that they've brought in, and just not really. I wouldn't say protected is the word, but always just shown very well. And they haven't brought him down at all since he came into AEW.
There are a couple of guys that have come in the last 6 months that are hitting their stride with AEW, and I love every moment of it. Let's go to the tag team title match. It was Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Hey, go figure. Dustin bled.
Ooh, shocker!
I think that's Dustin's new gimmick.
Yeah, just every match.
I'm gonna bleed just
Yeah.
because
Literally, honestly, he might be.
There's a couple of them that just are like, oh, I got hit. Nah.
Good match, but thrown in. Story didn't really make sense because it was just thrown in on Dynamite the week before.
It's
but
gotta be pissing the Young Bucks off that the tag division now is just getting oh, well, let's throw these guys against the Hurt Syndicate, or let's throw these guys.
They're just in a tough spot because your other top tag teams are in their own storylines that they need to build up before they could just go for the tag titles. They're in a very weird position right now.
I will tell you right now who I think the next contenders are, and I'd kind of like to see them beat the Hurt Syndicate, but I don't know if it'll happen. Owen Cup final for the women. Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. Worst match of the night.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't horrible, but it was still the worst match of the night. I said...
I don't know what it is with it. I was texting Nick. I was like, I don't know what it is with Mercedes Moné. She's not hitting her stride in AEW match quality wise.
She has to have a certain type of person to ebb and flow with her.
Mm-hmm.
She can have great matches. She's had great matches with Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
She had a pretty great match with... Who was the other one she had a great match with? I can't even remember off the top of my head right now.
Are you now concerned for All In?
No.
Are you concerned at all for All In?
Absolutely not. You know why? Because Tony Storm is a friggin' professional.
Yeah.
That will be a great match. Tony Storm and her will frickin' frack very well. They'll each get their spots.
How long would you give them?
I'd give them at least 20.
Okay.
At least 20.
I'd say if it goes any more than 25, 30, then we're getting
30
we're
be
getting
the
to a weird spot there.
30
If we're
be
getting
a
to
little too
25, 30.
much. 30 be a little too much. Well, women's title, Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, phenomenally well done.
They put on a really good showing for Mina. They did. They for probably a lot of people in AEW, their first time seeing her. One of my first times actually seeing her in a match. Like, great showing of her, just showing what she can do out there.
I think, and this is just me, and we'll get into All In at a later date, but I think they're setting her up for a run at a title, and I don't necessarily think it's the women's title.
No.
I don't necessarily.
Thinking which though? Like what
TBS.
That's a little bit. That's a little down the road right now.
I'm not saying like
you can't do that at All In.
No, you're not. You can't do it at All In because
Yeah.
the TBS champ is taking on the women's heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I'll just say it. Monet's winning the women's championship. I don't want her to, but she's going to.
Yeah.
I think she then vacates the TBS or quote unquote gets distracted and loses the TBS. Probably to me.
Kind of like how she did in New Japan.
In New Japan, exactly. That to me is where this is headed. At least for me, for Mina, because she's charismatic, she's funny. We had a kiss. Always good
This
television.
guy.
Always good television. Yeah. Mina and Tony are probably my two favorite right now.
Marking right now for
and maybe Statlander. Those would be my top three in AEW right now. That being said, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Ricochet, Mark Briscoe.
Briscoe should have won.
I don't care.
No, I do. Briscoe
I
should have won.
don't care. No. I do not care at all. This exceeded every freaking expectation I thought.
It was a good match.
The fact that Briscoe had to take his shirt
and
wipe his face because he was bleeding so bad.
And he didn't care either. He just did not care.
Was phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenal.
The match was a banger. Listen, you're not... Right now, Ricochet's got momentum. You're not going to kill that momentum by having him job to Mark Briscoe. I knew that going in.
I knew that going in too, but for some reason, like in the match, I was not thrown off by that at all, that Ricochet would lose any sort of momentum by losing that match. The way that they put Mark Briscoe out there, the way he put himself out there, what he was doing in there, I didn't think of it at all like that. I just was like, in the middle of the match, I was just like, he really should win this one. I completely switched what I thought.
I think they're gonna have a Mark Briscoe run eventually. But I think they
there's a lot of guys that they're gonna have to get to first before they get to him. The way I see it.
Listen, if it ends up being Mark Briscoe versus MJF for the world title, I'm all about it. All about it. All about it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Owen Cup. Men's
let's do
final.
let's do the other one first.
You want to do the other one first?
Yeah, we'll do the other one first.
To me, the best match of the night.
Easily a top 5 match of the year already.
Oh,
probably top 3. Probably top 2, and I mean, it's up there. One of the greatest crowd reactions.
It's the greatest Anarchy in the Arena match of all time.
Yeah, I had to text Nick like, what is it? Because I'm getting new to AEW, and I went back and watched a couple of them, and I was like, wow, this is a lot different than what I've watched before.
Well, yeah, because I mean, a couple of them had to be done in Jacksonville, and COVID, they pre-taped a lot of the stuff as well. But for me, it had everything that you wanted in a great match. It had phenomenal wrestling. It had violence. It had women for the first time. It had hilarious parts where you just gutturally laugh because it's funny.
Yeah.
And then you add in the element of the music.
The music and the crowd reaction to it.
And to let the bodies hit the floor
Yeah.
for that match.
I wish Nick was here because Nick would be geeking about that. Nick was probably like just hating himself that he wasn't there for it. That is a Nick thing right there.
I don't know how Nick would feel about that, if you want me to be very honest with you. It's so not professional wrestling.
But I also feel like it's the most, like, if you want to show someone that's never seen professional wrestling and you want to show them what you can get in just one match, I would show them that because I feel like that match encompassed everything in the world of professional wrestling.
It truly
Crazy spots, funny spots, the music part of it, all the crazy entrances. I mean, you had Omega walking out as Captain America. That's sick. Like, I feel like that match encompasses everything about professional wrestling. Wrestling.
You can say what you want about Omega's entrance. The best entrance of that whole thing was the Young Bucks.
Oh my God, I forgot about
The
that.
Founding Fathers
the Founding
entrance
Fathers gimmick
was
is amazing.
epically good.
It's hilarious. As he kept reading, I was just dying laughing.
It was so
I had to go
good.
back and watch parts of it because I missed stuff in it because it was so funny.
Absolutely,
it was great.
Absolutely well done. Absolutely, just from the moment it started to the end. First off, just gonna put Swerve Strickland is a sick mofo.
He's nuts.
Stapled in his tongue, and it was still there after the match.
For no reason.
For no
reason.
No reason.
No reason. Just wanted to feel something. He was like, "This isn't enough for me. I want to feel something."
He comes backstage and people are asking, like, "You still got that staple in your tongue?" He sticks out his tongue. He just
And he goes,
right in the middle. It's disgusting. That was disgusting. The fact that he actually did it. You could have just made the sound and made it seem like.
Oh,
he just
everybody else got the sound.
But he was the one that was nuts about it.
Jackson didn't get his hoo-hoo stapled. I guarantee you that.
the spot the Young Bucks hit on Omega over the rope and onto the table.
Oh,
God, they're so good.
the Omega one-winged angel,
Yes.
which was an F-up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those sparks were not supposed to go that hard, I don't think.
Nope, I don't think so either.
Because when you see Kenny and I think, was it Matt or Nick? I can't remember.
I think it was Matt.
They're like, oh, and I'm like, uh-oh, the pyro went a little hard.
Swerve just comes in on the forklift and you see none of It's just fun.
That
It's
to
just
me
fun.
was the biggest lull of the whole thing, though. I would have much rather him come off the top of the entrance, like climb up to the top of the entrance, than do the forklift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that took there. By the way, the cardboard speaker and then the music just cutting as he gets thrown into the cardboard speaker,
Oh, yeah.
and then the cardboard boxes
Yeah.
that were supposed to be containers. I'm just the whole thing was rocking. That I don't think there was a spot missed.
No. I don't think so either. I mean, other than like crazy, like weird botches just from hitting crazy spots, but that's I agree.
The beer bottle to the head, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That being said, let's get into Hangman versus Ospreay.
The most edge of your seat match I think I've seen in the past year. Just had no clue who was going to win. And I was there for it.
I'm a little shocked. Not gonna lie.
I'm not at all, because when we sat here, I said, you're at a point right now that Hangman, the story that he's on, he can't lose. Will Ospreay can take a loss. There's something else. There's always going to be something else for Will Ospreay. Hangman, it just felt like this is it. He needed this. There was no other way around it. They built all the way up to it. It felt like this is it. If he doesn't get this, I don't know what he could get. It just felt like this was the time for him. And the fact that they went on for so long and you still couldn't tell where they were going with it.
Everybody was hitting their moves.
Oh my gosh. It was incredible.
Or should I say Hangman was hitting Logan Paul's
Yeah,
moves.
true. And Ospreay was hitting all of AJ Styles' moves. So that was cool. I like that he did that on Dynamite. Did you see that on Dynamite?
I do find it interesting that he uses the Styles Clash.
I like that. Well, did you see he hit like 3 different AJ Styles moves on Dynamite this week?
No, I did not.
Yes, he did. I actually really like that. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to get AJ Styles to leave WWE and whatever. It's kind of cool that he is hitting his moves.
AJ might get just straight out released, but we'll talk
Yeah,
about
we'll talk
that
about that a little bit later. But
let's talk about Fyter Fest. Anything stand out to you from Fyter Fest? Big time.
Just great matches.
I've got a couple things.
Pay-per-view matches that would have been great on another pay-per-view during the week. Free TV. Cool.
Fatal 4-Way with Kenny Omega was solid. The big news coming out of that is Okada comes out after Omega wins. Are we finally?
No. They said it.
It confirmed?
I got the graphic for you.
Is it
TK came out on Dynamite
unification
and said we have a major announcement tonight before the main event. Came out and
I
said
haven't watched the end of Collision yet, so
Okada
that's why.
versus Omega at All In title unification match. Yes, please.
What are they going to call it? The Continental International title?
I hope they just call it the Intercontinental title. Like, who cares?
WWE might care a little bit.
Who cares?
I stick with the international title. That's fine.
Yeah, I like that. I'm good with that. But, like, hour isn't enough. Like, an hour to give them is not enough.
They ain't going an hour. They ain't going an hour.
No, they're not.
TK's caught a lot of crap from the wrestlers about the pay-per-views being so long.
Which is fair because, like, you're there. Like, as a
4.5
fan,
hours.
you're there for a long
4.5,
time.
5 hours. Minimum.
And a pre-show.
Pre-show. And the media scrum that doesn't happen until, like, an hour after the...
Yeah, it's a lot.
To you, if you're there, it's okay.
No.
The people on TV, that's the problem. I mean,
People on TV and the wrestlers, I feel like, would have the biggest complaint
Yeah,
with it.
It's too long.
It's a little too long.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, well, people there just sit in their seats for 4.5 hours.
I mean, you could have cut out or put Don Callis and Paragon on
yeah.
0 hours.
You honestly could have.
Yeah.
And then you also could have made like the tag titles. I mean, you could have made that a very quick match. I mean,
It should have been a squash match. That should have been a squash, 100%. And then
I mean, heck, you could have just had FTR and Nigel McGuinness be a squash match and just have that go a little quicker. Have Nigel hit 1 or 2 spots and then squash it. But
you're not squashing Nigel.
But yeah,
or Danny.
I don't give that, like, as long as they want. Just let them go. I don't care. It's so good to have Kenny Omega back, and it's just like it's hard to not want
what they did in New Japan. I'm going to be the first one to say this. Those matches in New Japan were probably top 5 greatest matches I've ever watched, and that's tough to replicate that. The only other duo that I've ever seen replicate what Omega and Okada have done is Taker and Shawn when it comes to rematches.
Mm-hmm.
The only two. So to now try to do it for a third or fourth time,
No, fifth.
fifth time, man, it's
I
going to
don't
be
think
a tough.
I don't think they have to, though. Especially with the crowd AEW has been getting, the reactions they've been getting, they could just walk around the ring and I think they'd think it's a phenomenal match. So
I don't necessarily believe that.
I mean, I just think that the fact that we're getting this at their, I know you guys say it's Double or Nothing, but it is All In. Their biggest pay-per-view of the year, like this is exactly what everyone wanted. They don't have to replicate anything that they've done. They're
Ask them if they want to. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Oh,
They
well,
wanna
no,
burn the
100%
house
they
down.
will. But like,
They want to burn the house
and
down.
they will. Like, they will. They just will.
Will Ospreay, quote unquote, slipping up on Dynamite?
It's just funny. It's just funny that he said it like that. Because people took it and ran with it.
He said the only thing that sucks.
Yeah.
Is that John Moxley about AEW is that John Moxley's the champion.
It's just people took it and ran with it, and it's so funny.
And plus, the way he said it, and then he said it, and then he made it seem like he did something wrong. Like he looked down.
Yeah, you could tell in his reaction. He was like,
He
I probably
did-
shouldn't have said
The
that.
verbiage probably wasn't the best. Yes, I will admit that.
But no, it's just funny because like AEW is on just like amazing run right now, and like you said, the weekly TV, yeah, not the best thing, but every pay-per-view is fantastic this year. They haven't put on a bad one yet. It's
Well,
just
how
a
are-
funny thing that he says that, and you can see it in his face that he's reacting the way he did.
How are you feeling about the Dynamite followed by Collision on Wednesdays? Too much? Because they're shopping Collision around for a different day.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends on, I would say it only depends on how much they're showing of the entire roster, because to me, it still feels like there's a lot of people they're not hitting.
Who would you like to see get pushed?
I feel like not really anyone in specific, but I just feel like they show a lot of people multiple times over the course of both, and I feel like there's other people that, especially like obviously when Darby comes back, he'll be on there, but there's more people that I feel like in like ROH, like Nick Wayne, I want to see him a little bit more on there. I know he's doing
had a
his
match.
thing there, but I feel like I want to see a couple people just do more.
He had a fatal four-way.
I know, but no, I'm talking like over the course of a couple of weeks. I'm not talking about
Okay.
one specific.
All right.
I'm just saying I feel like there's some people that are gonna be left on the wayside when they show the top talent more. Which obviously you want to see them too.
I'm tired of looking at Moxley. If you want me to
No,
be
I'm not.
completely
I'm not.
honest.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
This storyline with him being involved has been over for a month or two for me. There was no payoff. I wanted a payoff.
Yeah.
I wanted a guy behind them doing this for AEW. It
Yeah,
would have sold
that's fair.
so much better.
That's fair. I also think that's a lot of just.
AKA Vince McMahon.
That's what I'm gonna say. I think it's a lot of hype that you're putting into, and then your expectations here. Your expectations here.
I didn't
Reality's
say
here.
Shane McMahon. I said Vince McMahon.
But that's why, like,
How
your expectations
crazy
here,
would that have been?
expectation here,
Dude.
and when you get this, you're like, man, this
No-
sucks because I wish I had this.
No offense to TK, but if he had pulled that off, Monday Night Wars are back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Even though they still don't beat NXT,
Yeah.
but whatever.
And anything else from AEW that you want to talk about?
No.
The only thing that I would say is I think Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Brian Knight are your next contenders for the tag team titles.
I wouldn't mind
And
that.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Hurt Locker. Jesus
Hurt Locker?
Christ. The Hurt Syndicate go down. Be very honest with you.
No, not yet. Not yet. I like, yes, I'm into that, but it's a little bit. I want to see
I
where
need
this
Lashley
is gonna go.
to be a baby face.
I want to see where this is going to go. I want it to breathe a little bit before we kill it.
Yeah, all right. All right, well, when we come back, it's time to talk WWE. We preview who's getting the briefcases. We talk about worlds colliding and so much more here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none.
Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all.
Dudes, we're only 75 cents short.
Oh.
Shh. The boss.
Hey, sir. Go yourself. You're fired.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
And we are back here on Bad Karma Wrestling. BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. I gotta take a little swig here real quick.
It's all right. We're here to talk money, money, money. Money! Money in the bank, baby! Let's go!
Might be my third favorite pay-per-view in WWE.
Which is crazy to me because you guys sit up here and say that, you know, you wish it went back to WrestleMania. I think it fits more as the pay-per-view now.
Oh yeah,
We're at a
now
point
is
that
the
it fits
pay-per-view.
more as a pay-per-view.
Is there to me? Butterball's coming to my house on Saturday, so I'll be watching Worlds Collide as fast as possible when I get off of work, and then straight into Money in the Bank, baby. Straight in. It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have some Yingling flights and enjoy our time. Yeah. Beer. Beer is great. The
beers.
Let's dive right into it real quick. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Becky gets stopped by Bayley. Lyra wins.
Ooh, that's an interesting angle. I hadn't thought of that.
That's where we're gonna go with this to start.
Hadn't thought of that.
It's time. Bayley's not injured at all.
Well,
It's time. I think I'm ready in this point of the story they're telling here that I don't think I'm ready for Becky to win yet, but I'm also at the point where I'm ready to see this story kind of go its course. It needs to hit a different angle. The way it hits that different angle, Bayley comes in and costs Becky. She can't cost Lyra. Lyra in storage. She didn't do anything wrong. It'd be weird if she did. I could see it happening. It'd just be a little weird. So she comes out and costs Becky. Then, Evolution is a triple threat. Boom.
I vehemently disagree.
Okay, that's fair.
I
You can.
think Becky wins, even though Bailey comes out, possibly. But Becky and Bailey at Evolution will sell more tickets than a triple threat.
I don't think you need to sell tickets at Evolution because I know what they're going to be building up there, and then you don't need to.
What do you think they're going to build up for Evolution?
They're going to do Rhea and fuck her at Evolution. I'm all in for it. Or, no, they'll do Rhea and Io Sky there so that they can give Rhea the title. Unless they give her Money in the Bank.
I don't know.
which I
Io's
think-
hot right now. Io's flaming hot right now.
Yeah, but,
Like,
dude, they got to give it to Rhea before Crown
everybody's
Jewel.
doing the ticketed top.
They got to give it before Crown Jewel. They can't have her win it at Crown Jewel. Because the title isn't on the line at Crown Jewel.
You don't need to do nothing at Crown Jewel. Nobody does. Sorry.
It's not in Saudi.
Sorry,
It's in Australia.
Yeah, come on.
That's why Rhea's got to win the title before Crown Jewel.
Is it Crown Jewel or is it?
It's Crown Jewel.
Okay.
Aren't they doing night there?
Oh, Night of Champions. Night of Champions. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus John Cena
China.
and Logan Paul.
The WWE, as they call themselves.
The WWE.
Or what was the other one? I forget the other one that they said that they liked. There was another nickname they had for them that they liked. But
Really, Frankie? You're going status quo?
it's got to be different, bro.
Gotta switch it up a little bit. I can't be doing
Yeah.
across the board, dude.
Such a mark.
The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if Jay would win. Sincere.
I would.
Why?
Let's take all the steam out of heel Cena.
Well, the steam's already starting to run out.
No, it's not.
Hey, come on. No, I mean,
It's not. You're
It's
just
not
not
boy-
getting the crowd react. That you're never gonna get a crowd reaction that hates John Cena,
Yeah.
unless you put him
Yeah,
with
it's
Logan
easy.
Paul. That's
Split
it.
right down the middle. He always has been. He always will
will
be.
be. Yeah, that's true.
The people that hated Cena now love the fact that he's pure heel.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that love
The
him
people
hate
that watched him.
No, the
before,
people that
that's
love
what it
him
is.
still love that just John Cena's in
It's
front
just
of
John
him.
Cena, yeah, exactly. That's the only reason why he's.
Can I throw something out to you?
Sure.
Because you do have both champions in the ring.
Sure.
A Money in the Bank cash in, but on Jay, so
Nope.
that Gunther has a new matchup on Monday night.
Nope, because Gunther's getting fired.
No, he just signed a new contract. I think that's a point where I would stop watching.
I'm just gonna say
I
this.
think Gunther's the best thing in the WWE.
Certain people have taken all their WWE stuff off their socials.
Yeah, so did the Miz, but like, meh.
Oh, Miz is getting released.
Yeah,
100%
Because
is
he's
getting released.
used. Like,
that
he hasn't
happens though. A
been-
lot of
He
people.
hasn't been in use. He's just been in that mellow thing. Like nobody even cares. Just let
Yeah, but
Mello
it
go
is
on
actually
scene.
really entertaining, and I do look forward to it on
cool once-
SmackDown.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
say this.
storyline that I really do like on
If,
SmackDown.
if you see the Miz not with Mello this week on SmackDown,
Something, yeah.
something's off.
No, I think they said a couple weeks would be another release set, but we'll get to that later. But I don't know. I feel like that's something that could happen.
No.
Money Bay Cash and get the title off of Jay so that Gunther has a new
They've
matchup.
built Gunther up so much with belittling Jay and Jay helping out all his friends, and you should be focused on the title and blah 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 blah. I still don't. Jay's not dropping that title. Jay's not dropping that title till Seth.
Do you disagree with Gunther? That he's been focused on too much of other
I
things.
can give a
than-
rat's ass what Gunther says.
Whoa, calm yourself
But
there.
do you
Wow.
disagree? Do you disagree then?
Gunther's
Yeah,
a goat.
No, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Go in and do what you do best. Wrestle.
That's fair.
I don't need you to talk.
Yeah.
He's a perfect guy to be a Heyman guy.
No,
Perfect.
because he can talk. He doesn't
No, he
need
can't.
it. What are you talking about? Gunther over the past year his promo skills have gotten so much better and are up there in the top now.
He's a solid C
It helps.
plus.
It helps that he's just super intimidating. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that-
where's Ludwig, bro?
What's that say? He might get released.
He's gonna get released because he hit the chopping block with Charlotte, man.
Him and Tiffany. Bye-bye.
Him and Charlotte crossed paths, and they chose Charlotte. So
But anyway. Women's Money in the Bank match. Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Valkyr.
I don't know what it is, but ever since the Royal Rumble, just these gimmick matches being just so stacked, it's fantastic. This is probably the best crop for the women's Money in the Bank in its history to have in the ring during the Money in the Bank ladder match.
I'm not going to disagree with that. Shh.
You're gonna have to go back and look at it. I agree,
Biscuit.
but like,
I hate that I have to kind of agree with you.
what? I will say this. I'm really tempted to change it to Rhea because Mommy in the Bank briefcase would sell out in less than 5 minutes.
She wasn't even supposed to be in the match.
She
If it
wasn't even
for
supposed to
Zoe
be in the
Br-
match,
so
but
that
I
would be
could
a win.
see it money-wise. But I have been saying since January that Naomi should win Money in the Bank, and I'm going to ride it.
Okay. I agree with you. I think it's Naomi. But, let me throw in a little curveball here. You said Rhea is a close second for you. You know who my close second is?
Rocks.
Stephanie Valkyr.
No. Oh, actually, you know what? No, actually,
Dig
I can say it. You know what I want with her? I want Finn Balor push, but without the injury. I want that. I want that for her, and she deserves it too. She's that good to get it too.
She might right now be top 3.
I think she walks into the WWE Women's Division and is at least top 5, and I think she's probably over Bianca right now.
Bianca to me has fallen off.
I don't think so, but
And I'm not.
I also might just be blinded because my
can't-
sisters adore her.
I can't
So.
put my finger on it, but there's something off about Bianca for me right now. I don't know if it's the storyline or what,
But I want like ultimate over push, give her everything, Finn Balor 2016 push.
I'm okay
That's
with
what
it.
I want.
I'm okay with it.
Is that all 3 of the NXT women that just got called up? All 3 in here. They threw
Well,
them right into Money in the Bank.
Think about
I'm
this.
more so surprised about Julia
Yeah.
and Stephanie Rocks. She'll be in Money in the Bank ladder
think-
matches and elimination chambers forever because she's good at that.
I think Rox. You got to give Rox a couple years.
Yeah, no. She needs to flesh out this storyline. She needs.
Well, not just that, but she's young.
Yes, she's really young. You don't need to push her
really
quick.
young. You don't need to push her really fast. Let her develop. Let her do. Listen, everybody's like, "Oh God, Austin Theory's going to get released." No, he's not. He's doing every single thing that WWE is asking him to do, and he's paying his dues. He's 26, 25.
But another thing with Rox is they're already showing that they have so much confidence in her. Throwing her with the Judgment Day in the Judgment Day summer, which every single summer the Judgment Day are going to do a major storyline that takes over Monday Night Raw, and they throw her in at this point. That's a lot of faith into her.
Do you want to know what I want? Carlito's gone, right?
Yeah.
We'll
Not
talk
cool.
About,
Not cool.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Not cool.
He went home and won his Puerto Rican title, man.
Yeah, it was just because of his dad's company.
Which he
Pure
never-
Nepo title. Pure Nepo
Never
title.
held it before.
Pure Nepo title.
He never held it before.
It's his dad's company.
I know.
Pure Nepo title.
But anyway, I would love to see Finn and JD branch off and make their own little, maybe Irish Mafia kind of thing.
Well, no, you're gonna get Judgment Day Civil War first,
Well, yeah, of course.
and then
But
and then you might
with
get that.
Judgment-
but they just might be a tag team, and then Finn going off single wise on his own, kind of like how.
you have to have JD McDonough with him. Those two are linked.
No.
Finn
You're kind
Balor
of gonna get like
trained
a
him.
Imperium thing. Remember when Ludwig was with Gunther for like a long time?
Yeah, I get
After they got rid of Vinci, but it was like they weren't really. They were still a part of the group,
Yeah,
but they
I
weren't
get
like
you. I
the
get
best.
where you're
That's what you're
coming
gonna
from.
get with them.
I want to see who Dominic brings in.
You can't do Civil War when there's 3 women on the other side. If they just break off, it's gonna be Dom and someone else. Who else would that?
Dom
guy
and
be?
Raquel versus Finn and JD.
Dom and Raquel.
I mean,
Raquel would. wipe
Raquel
them out.
hasn't gotten pushed just because she always gets injured, but Raquel's going to get a push sooner or later.
I hope so. She'd be good for a mid card run.
All right, men's battle royal. Battle royal.
Wow. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
Tired. Men's Money in the Bank, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Penta, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. I swear to Christ.
Can I be honest?
I swear to Christ, if you want to get heat, you want to get heat,
You want to get E? You give it to El Grande
you
Americano.
give it to El Grande Americano. You really do. If you want
If you
everybody
want
to
heat.
lose their ever-loving minds, you give it. Oh, God, I just came up with a storyline.
I wish
too.
Worlds Collide was on
Jesus
Sunday. I wish Worlds Collide was on Sunday. And then you have El Grande Americano cash in on the AAA Mega Championship. That would have been so funny. Yeah. It would have been so funny. It would have been hilarious.
No, here's the storyline.
All right, Cook.
If he wins the Money in the Bank, if El Grande Americano wins the Money in the Bank, which this goes against everything. If it is Chad Gable.
No, I get it.
If it is Chad Gable, which I'm not completely convinced of, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it is, but people say it is.
I don't think it is. He just had to borrow his boots on Monday.
But if some people are right and it is Chad Gable, he cashes in and takes the mask off.
Oh! I love that.
No. He comes out
No.
as a El Grande
He
Americano.
comes out as El Grande Americano, and when he wins, he takes off his mask. I like that.
Damn it, I like it too.
I like
Son
that.
of a-
I wish Money in the Bank was on. I wish Worlds Collide was on Sunday.
I don't think.
I think that'd be so funny.
Okay, so
That's ultimate heat.
I will say this much. I have a lot to say about Worlds Collide because this is, to me, this event is going to be very. Let's see how much control WWE has
Yes.
over AAA.
Before we get to that,
No, we've got to talk. We've got to talk Money in the Bank because we actually
Yes.
do have legitimate picks. Frankie, you took Seth? Frankie, you are such a mark.
dude, I want Seth to win so bad. Dude, Seth
That guy's been
cashing
all
in
over
on
the
John
internet.
Cena would be fantastic.
Seth's not winning it.
He's not, but it'd be
Do you
fantastic.
know why I know Seth's not winning it?
Why is that?
Because CM Punk's gonna come out and screw
Dang
him.
it.
But what makes Bronson and Braun now? He could just
Dude, what
come
if
out
Bronson and
destroy
Braun?
everybody.
What if Bronson and Braun hold the ladder and they fend off everyone while Seth goes up there and gets it?
First of all, did you see the mix of Bronson and
Oh,
Braun's
fire! Great.
music? Was
Don't
sick.
change it.
It
Don't
was
give them a
sick.
new theme. Just keep
Sick.
doing that.
It was absolutely sick. They mashed them together.
They
Yeah.
mismatched them together.
they had, like-
Rewatch Raw. Watch them come out.
Oh yeah.
They mashed up the two songs.
It started off with Bronson, and then you heard the and then.
But it
Bronson-
also coordinates
came out.
with his theme. It was fantastic.
Pretty sick.
Well, of course it was, because they've got a new audio guy.
I will say this.
Rebel
I've-
blah 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 is dead.
Yeah, Metro Boomin's gonna come in, save WWE music. I've just like I said with Naomi, I've been saying LA Knight since January.
He's in quicksand right now.
No, because
Yeah.
this gets him out of it.
Yeah.
This gets them out of it. This is the rope they throw into the people in quicksand. And here's the thing. He has been the number one choice to win Money in the Bank the last 2 years. Should have won it in 2023.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Should have won it in 2024.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
And now it feels like this is the time that he should win. And he paid his dues, won the title, and it was a good run. I know you didn't really like it as much. I know you're not as much of a fan as LA Knight right now.
He has all the potential in the world. He just doesn't live up to it.
I think you're at a point where now it's now. LA and LA.
Now.
Yeah, in the bank. It's finally time. Yeah, in the bank. Because think about it like this. Who are you gonna, you're not going to give it to Solo. Sorry. They kicked him to the curb as soon as they were done with him in the main event.
Solo in the bank?
No. You're not going to give it to Penta. That's a lot. I mean, you could, but that's a lot to throw on to Penta.
It's a big push.
It's a big push.
I'll say this much. I have been, and people are going to come at me for this, and I don't care. I've been more impressed with Penta than I have Ray.
No, that's not a crazy thing to say.
Phoenix, I don't know what it is. I don't know if Ray's just getting himself too overly hyped for his matches or what, but he's missing spots he never misses.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the high kick in the corner, he never misses that spot, and he's missed it 3 times.
You're not going to give it to Andrade because he's literally doing nothing. He's just there to hit a couple spots.
I love Andrade right now, though.
El Grande Americano, look, we already talked about it. It'd be great, but you're probably
It'd
not
be
going to
like
do
Logan
it.
Paul winning
The
the Money
only
in the
two
Bank.
that could get it are LA Knight and Seth Rollins. You're not going to give it to Seth because Seth doesn't need it. You're going to give it to LA Knight.
I've got a weird-ass feeling Solo wins this. Listen to
I'm
me.
waiting.
Cashes it in on Jacob.
I hate the idea of the Money in the Bank, though, being cashed in on a mid-card title.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
what's
don't
the
think you're
point of
allowed
it?
to anymore.
What's the point
I
of
think
it if
they
you have an
changed
opportunity
it.
to get the
Ever
big
since
one?
Theory, ever since they brought the 2 titles, now it is the 2 world titles.
You know, it makes sense. Like, that would be cool, right? Because Jacob.
I'm just saying, if you want a storyline on why Solo
Yeah.
would win,
Would you be surprised that Seth won? Or LA?
I don't think it's the right time for Seth to win.
I don't
Seth's
think so
winning.
either.
Seth's winning the title at SummerSlam.
Okay, yeah. And you said Sam.
I can get behind that.
And then long term with Sammy, you said the rest the next.
Yeah, Seth
WrestleMania.
wins it at SummerSlam.
can get behind that.
Sammy comes back. I think they take him out and he takes a break. Sammy comes back at Rumble as a surprise entrant, wins the Rumble, and then beats Seth at WrestleMania. With outside help from Kevin Owens.
No.
Not
No, you know what he said in the last
just
week?
a
He said he
chair
has
or
no
something
clue.
like that.
He said he has no clue if he's ever coming back.
Yeah. They said at the earliest probably 2 years.
But he came out last week, did an interview, and he just said, I already successful surgery, but I have no clue if I'm ever coming back. Yeah, I know he's up there. He's up there on the later half of the 30s.
They might release Kevin and just let him rehab, and then like they
Bring
did
him
with
back,
Braun.
yeah. Yeah, could.
Hey, we're gonna use you in storylines when we need you, but we're gonna let you go and make your money however you want to make your money.
Yeah. LA in the bank.
Stop it. All right, let's
LA
get into
Knight, yeah, in the bank.
let's get to Worlds Collide really quick. The LWO versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and one of my new favorite wrestlers, Mr. Iguana.
Of course. This is going to be fun for Worlds Collide just because, this is for everyone. There's a lot of people you just you don't know in it. You're going to get a whole different style
I
of
love
wrestling
Mr.
in here.
Iguana's gimmick.
It's
That's
gonna
all
be
I'm going to
great.
say.
I'm taking the LWO with outside interference. Rey Mysterio has to show up at Worlds Collide. If he doesn't, that is insane. I understand he's hurt, but
Why
he
would
can
he
still
do
come out
outside
and do something.
interference? He's a face.
To help the boys in LWO, and he has to show up somehow. You can't not have Rey Mysterio at Worlds Collide.
He's going to be on commentary. Watch.
I hope he's on commentary for this match and he just blows it off.
I will say this. You are wrong. LWO will lose because they are losers.
They do. I agree with you. They do nothing if Rey's not
Octagon Jr. Aerostar's a veteran luchador. He's been around forever. He was in Lucha Underground. It's phenomenal. And I'm excited to see Mr. Iguana. I am very excited. Stephanie Vakir and Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Dallas.
Yeah, give it to NXT AEW there.
Yeah.
Give it to Lola Vice,
AEW.
Stephanie Bucker, or NXT WWE. Same.
I think Vakir and Vice get over. Here.
Yeah. That's a weird pairing. I did not when they started showing like that there could be a tag team match. I would not think that Lola Vice would have been the one.
They're skewing. They're trying to bring the Latinos.
Yeah.
The
But
Latinx
Lola
in
Vice, I love this little pairing that they got.
Legata del Fantasma versus El Hijo.
Hijo. El Hijo.
El Hijo.
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 Yeah.
El Hijo. E-I-E-I-O. Duh. I'm just versus Dr. Wagner Jr.,
Pagano.
and Psycho Clown.
Legato loses because they're gonna break up.
I like
You
that.
could have
I
Los
like.
Garza turn on. You could have Garza turn on Escobar here. I'm just saying.
I am a huge Dr. Wagner Jr. fan, and I am also a very, very much a fan of Psycho Clown. Fatal 4-way for the North American Championship. You have Ethan Page, Rain Phoenix, Javon Evans, and Laredo Kid.
Ego.
You say that so quick.
I know.
It
I would
would
really
not-
want Javon to win.
It would not shock me if Javon wins it here.
I
And
would
doesn't-
really want Javon.
And doesn't pin Ethan. Laredo.
I'd be okay with that, I guess.
He's not pinning Phoenix. I want to
Yeah,
see.
he's not pinning Phoenix. I want to see him.
wanna
I want to
completely
see
destroy
Javon and
Phoenix's-
Phoenix go off.
Any kind of momentum Phoenix has right now? Yeah. No. He needs to get comfortable. He's obviously getting too vamped up for his matches. He needs to breathe. I think that's part of the reason why they brought him down into the NXT Worlds Collide thing, so that he could just kind of slow down and enjoy.
Or maybe just because he's very popular in Lucha Libre.
Well,
This
that
is the
too,
biggest thing
but
in Lucha Libre WWE's ever
Penta's
had.
not
So
there.
yeah, but Penta's in Money in the Bank in LA, and LA is a hot spot for Lucha Libre. So this match is going to be awesome.
All right,
I would love it if Javon Evans wins.
I
though.
think it's gonna.
I think he's
it might
ready.
be-
I think he's ready
it
to
might
give
be
him a title.
Javon, and you'll get what? Match 3, Javon, the trilogy with Javon Evans and Ethan Page.
Yeah, good.
I'd be
I'd
okay,
be okay with that.
All right, we got Del Kingo versus Chad Gable for the AAA Mega
El
Championship.
Hijo del Vikingo.
Vikingo.
If they gave it to Chad Gable, it would be so funny, but there's no way.
Dude, you want to see Lucha Riot? You want to
Do
see
you
Lucha
want to
Riot?
see people riot? Give Chad Gable the AAA Mega Champion.
By the way, it took WWE all of a month to strip Alberto Del Rio of that title.
They did it, and he didn't even have a match.
No, he did.
No, because they showed on Raw that this match was for the AAA Mega Championship when Alberto Del Rio or Alberto Del Patron still had the title. And then on Friday,
I did not see
Vikingo
that.
and Patron had their match.
I did not
and
see that.
Vikingo won. And this is what I was saying to you earlier. I watched it because watching Vikingo before he goes up against Chad Gable. It was like, oh, I know Vikingo wins at the end. Like it had that
He
thing
got
at the
hit
end.
Patron got hit by a guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it? Okay. Cool. We got big news in NXT.
It just got a lot more glamorous.
It did get a lot more glamorous. I can't say her name because they don't have a name for her yet. And everybody's like, if they call her Mariah December.
No, it's going to be Agatha August.
Mariah March.
Noel November.
Mariah May made her debut on
Olivia October, you mean.
NXT on Tuesday, and the internet lost their mind. She's. This is why they're okay with Julia going up, with Stephanie going up, with Roxanne going up.
Jordan going up.
Jordan's still in NXT.
Nope, she's going up. Reported she's going up to SmackDown. She was not on NXT this week.
Yes, she was.
Was she?
Yeah, she was part of that big scrum.
Oh, okay. But no, I think once she's done with, she's going up to SmackDown after.
I think they give her the title real quick.
No.
And then have her lose it to Mariah May.
No, I don't think so. I think you get her up to SmackDown as quick as possible so she can win the mid-card title at SummerSlam. Dude, no. A lot of people do think that she lost her spot when they brought in, she was built up a lot, and then when they started bringing in everyone like Jordan Grace and Vaquer, it was like, okay, sorry, we've built you up for so long. Now you're going to fall back again, and we're going to build you up later.
She hasn't been the same
It was great to have a shock win on NXT. It was fantastic.
She hasn't been the same since her, Mandy Rose, and Gigi were together.
Yeah.
That was a good faction, too. It was a great faction, yeah.
Boo on you, WWE.
Got rid of both of them. Mandy
But,
and Gigi.
Mariah May showing up in NXT, it's like, yeah, that's where you thought she'd probably go.
She's not going to be there for long.
You said that about Jordan Grace. She's still there. Said that about Vaquer, and it did take her a little bit longer than I thought to be pulled up.
No. When I say they're not going to be there for long, I figure people who come in that have been hyped up, I give it 6 months to a year before they're called up. By the way,
when I hear that, I hear under 6 months. Like, they're there for a cup of coffee.
Not very rarely happens. Like Ricky.
That's what I hear when you say they're not going to be there for long.
Way up.
That's a cup of coffee. Yeah, a cup of coffee in NXT.
I think Ricky proved that he's a freaking megastar. In
Dude,
that short amount of time.
They loved him there.
He's a smaller version of The Rock.
They loved him in the PC. They loved him there.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of those NXT crowds. I do. I really do. I think it'd be awesome.
The other big news, there are rumors floating around the interwebs.
So you said this. I didn't hear any about that. But I did write in about these two guys. So I want to hear what you have to say about this.
The rumors are that TKO is about $3 billion in debt.
Now, are you talking TKO as a entire company?
Yes.
Or just what they put toward WWE?
Company.
I don't believe that.
I do.
Why?
Here's the difference between knowing the business and knowing the business. You don't know everything that goes into making this business work. You don't know how much money it takes and all this. I'll guarantee you they've spent more money than, and you're now seeing the repercussions of this happening. And there's more to come. AKA R-Truth and Carlito being released. Now, for me, and this is going to be a very harsh thing. Yes. Is he an incredible talent? Absolutely. Yes. Is he probably the funniest dude to ever be in WWE? 100%. But it was time for R-Truth to go. He hadn't had a match until Saturday night's main event in probably 6 months, year. And they were paying him, I believe, close to $2 million a year. That being said, they offered him a contract.
And he turned it down.
So all these people getting up in arms about R-Truth getting released, R-Truth decided to leave. They offered him a contract. It was
significantly less than what he was making. But
if you're not going to be in the ring every week,
not even every week, more so contributing just every single week. There's a lot of times where R-Truth isn't on the show.
Exactly.
Which, fair.
Well, that's what we're
And when you're bringing in a lot of cheaper NXT talent to come up right now to supplement
Who have
it,
signed extremely
solid contracts long
Solid.
enough that
So
it
that's
works
what we're
for
talking about. If so, Roman should get a huge cut. Then if we're
and
talking
they
about
are
a week
looking to
week
restructure
basis,
a lot of
that's
people's
probably why they're
contracts.
dead, because this guy, they're paying this guy what, 15
extend
mil?
them out. Extend them out.
he probably wouldn't take it.
Then go
wouldn't.
to AEW, dude. Like here's
No,
my
Roman, he wouldn't take an extension. He
here's
wants
my
to be done. He wants to be done soon.
here's my thing. And I'm gonna be very honest with people. If you Matt Cardona said it the best. Getting released from the WWE is not the death of you. Ron Killings is going to get so many phone calls.
He's going to TNA.
No.
TNA's already showing interest in him.
He's going to travel the world. He's going to. Here's the funny part. I saw this and I almost busted a gut thinking about this. What if R-Truth signs with AEW, runs into the ring while the Hurt Syndicate's there, throws up one of these, and goes, I'm with the Nation of Domination now.
No, I got a better one for you if he goes to AEW. I said this to Nick. Said I got a better one for you. He signs to AEW, but AEW never says that they signed him. But he shows up backstage and only talks to ex-WWE people in AEW, and thinking that they're the WWE people. So every week, he's like, "What's up, Dean Ambrose? How you doing, man?"
I don't think you can.
That'd be so funny.
That's why I know the Nation of Domination thing would never happen. I think they've got copyrights on all that stuff.
I think that'd be great. He goes up to Adam Copeland, she goes, "Oh, what's up, Edge? How you doing?"
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. There's so many angles he could play.
And then they never say that he signed to AEW. He just shows up.
If
That'd be hilarious.
If R-Truth really wants to make a lot of money, do the indie scene, just travel the world. You will make so much money because you're gonna be that entity that can come in, like go to GCW, get into the ring with Matt Cardona, and be like, "Woo woo woo." People will lose their minds. He can have fun with it, yeah.
I just think, look, I get your point that you shouldn't be up in arms that he was released, but at the same time, I think there's also the fact that he was offered a significantly lower contract, but think about how much he does add to Raw and recently SmackDown.
I'm going to...
I get it. He's not in the ring. But the point I saw was, for the entire time of wrestling, you've had to learn how to do one thing. And he gets over with the crowd no matter what. No matter what he does, it's over. You're now going to lose that. You're losing funny backstage segments. You're going to lose stuff like that. And it just feels like, and then you want to talk about Carlito. Carlito brings in that kind of same thing. I get it. He came in and got the massive pop in Puerto Rico and then just sat backstage for 2 years collecting a contract. I get it. It's not great. It's not great optics. I get it. But they both add something to the WWE that that the money doesn't matter. I get it. Maybe they are in debt, like you're saying, but for what they offer to the WWE, the money doesn't matter what they bring to the WWE, to Raw, to SmackDown.
Okay, so
they're worth more than what their contract says.
Here's where we're gonna go with this then, and we may spend like 5 minutes on this, and then we're gonna go to break.
That's fine.
People have to understand now, more than ever, WWE is a corporation.
Yep.
And there are going to be some shocking releases that people are going to be like, what the hell is going
What
on?
are we doing? Why? Like,
And that's why I said, do not be shocked if Kevin Owens is on that list.
no, please, no, not Gunther.
I don't think
you can take
Gunther's
Ludwig.
happy.
That's fine. What? He just got a bus. He's got a bus.
I don't think he's happy.
What? What are you talking about?
I
He
think they're
just
gonna,
resigned. He's literally
I
the
think
ink
they're
is still
going
not
to-
dried.
It could be in protest of the releases. I don't know. What I'm saying is there are going to be some jaw-dropping releases.
I did hear the
Prepare-
rumor that they're thinking about putting more out.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Be prepared. There's
But
gonna,
to be fair, there's a lot of dead weight you can cut off of both shows that I would give up way before Gunther. There's a lot of dead
I'm
weight
not
I'd
saying-
give up.
if Gunther leaves, it's going to be because he asked for it.
Yeah, which he just signed, so he's not. So you can get
You
that
never
out.
know. You're not in corporate America.
No, but I mean,
Your feelings of-
the ink is still not dry on the contract.
For a company, your feelings for a company can change like that.
I guess, but
I'm putting it out there.
to sign a 5-year deal, get a bus, get time off, and then just to come back and be like, yeah,
Maybe
no,
he
I'm not a
doesn't like
fan.
the fact that they're making him job to Jey Uso twice.
I don't think he is jobbing at Jey Uso twice.
He's jobbing to
I
Jey
think
twice.
someone's cashing in on Monday.
No.
I
No
think someone's
one's-
cashing in
no
on.
one's
I think someone's
cashing-
cashing in on Monday, and it's gonna be stupid because the Money in the Bank should be in rotation for at least a month.
It's not Seth.
What if LA Knight jump ships from?
Oh
SmackDown?
my God! Shut up.
I'm just saying.
LA Knight is not
LA
winning
Knight,
a
because you want to know,
world
you want to
title.
hear some backstage stuff. LA Knight shot promo stuff for Raw Netflix when they started it. So their plan was to put LA Knight on Raw. He's still on SmackDown. How do you get him to Raw? Give him the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's not happening at all.
LA Knight's on all of the advertisements for Raw and Netflix.
Nick, come back! Jesus.
LA Knight.
Let me cook.
What are we doing?
LA Knight has dropped.
Huh?
Scott, LA Knight has dropped from where he was.
He has. I will admit that.
There is no anymore.
No,
There's no
there's
more
an
Kavorka.
There's an undeniable Kavorka stuff.
There is no.
Kavorka.
I
Yeah,
can deny
there's
that
Kavorka.
Kavorka all night long. He ain't winning the Money in the Bank
I don't think-
briefcase.
But yeah, I don't think Money in the Bank.
I would choose Penta over him.
No. There's only two. It's LA Knight or Seth. And you're going to be happy with LA Knight
Or
winning.
Seth.
You're going to come back next Friday, and you're going to be
I'm gonna
happy
laugh.
that LA Knight won the
I'm
briefcase.
gonna laugh when Solo wins.
If he wins, Dude, if he wins, Gunther leaves, and John Cena doesn't turn back to being nice before the end of the year, I might leave and just have to force myself to be with Nick and watch AEW.
Just the pay-per-views.
Just the pay-per-views.
Just the pay-per-views.
No more weekly TV.
Just the pay-per-views.
Just the pay-per-views.
All right, when we come back, Scotty's going to give me a quiz about Money in the Bank. I'll see how good my brain is today. See you later.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed Naked Clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Alright, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Welcome back to BK Dub,
BK Dub,
BK Dub, here at Illinois Media Studios. I'm David Double D Dykstra. That's Scotty Pepe Jr.
No.
Pepe Light.
No.
Pepe Light.
No.
Kiefer.
It's not getting over. That's
You know
dead
what
on
we should
arrival
do?
there.
We should take the time to pitch the Netflix show.
No, we're good. Anyways, let's get to Scotty's World. Yeah, play the theme. Yeah, cool. Okay. I got a little quiz for you.
All right.
It's Money in the Bank time.
All right.
I'm gonna give you 10 minutes.
Okay.
All you gotta do is name every Money in the Bank holder. Now,
Male
there
and
are
female?
male and female.
Okay.
There are 33.
Jesus.
There are 33, including some doubles.
Yeah.
So you have 10 minutes. Frankie, you ready? Start the clock now.
All right. We got RVD.
Yep.
We got Edge.
Mm-hmm.
We got Punk. Do I not count him twice?
Who? Punk? Yeah, twice.
Okay. Edge twice?
Edge twice.
Miz twice.
No.
Miz once.
Miz once.
No, Miz had it twice. Because Otis won it and then he won it off of Otis.
Oh, yeah.
Ha!
Forgot about that. I did forget about that looking it up. They did not have that on the Wikipedia. All right, 34.
Sheamus.
Yep.
Randy.
Yeah.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Damian Sandow.
Yep.
One of my favorites.
Who did Edge, because you already said The Miz, who did Edge win it off of?
Mr. Kennedy.
There you go.
What's up? Come at me. How many men do I have left?
You have a lot. Don't think that you're getting anywhere close. There's still a lot.
Daniel Bryan. Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar. That should have been Mustafa Ali's.
Should have been Mustafa Ali. He wasn't even in the match. And still
Brock
won
wasn't
Money
even
the
in the
Bank.
match.
Brock wasn't. That's the most.
Austin Theory.
That's the most Vince McMahon thing I've ever heard. Brock's not even in the match, and he's still won.
Austin Theory wasn't in the match until...
Actually, Austin Theory wasn't in the match. He was only Theory at the time.
I'm sorry. Theory.
He was just Theory at the time, and then they changed him to Austin Theory.
God, I'm blanking on a lot of these.
Yeah.
Let me go to the women.
There's some big hitters I feel like you've missed.
Oh, I'm sure I have. Oh, Dean Ambrose.
One of the best cash-ins.
Yeah, it was a pretty damn good cash-in.
Like the Shield held it all in one night.
Seth won it twice?
No.
Or just once?
Just once.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go women.
Okay.
Carmella won it twice.
Carmella won it twice. I only put her once just because of the circumstances.
She won it twice.
Just because of the circumstance, I thought it was only fair to only put it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said Otis.
I didn't say Otis. Asuka.
Yep.
Charlotte.
No.
Charlotte won it.
No, not on the list.
The hell she didn't. She won it and cashed it in on. Oh no, she didn't. Never mind. She won the Rumble. There.
Derp. Derpity.
Bailey.
Derp, 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 derp. Bailey. Yep.
EO.
Yo. Yep. This was before all that. There's some weird ones out here now. There's some weird ones that if you pull it, like there's some ones out there that I'm like, if you pull, that's kind of nuts.
Nikki Cross.
What was her name at the time?
It was the superhero.
Nikki ASH.
So, only Nikki could make that work. Only Nikki. Oh my God, it's such a horrible gimmick, but it got over. It was so bad.
It's crazy that she goes from that gimmick to her gimmick.
Bray didn't win it. I know that.
I'll give you this. Tell me when we're at the 5-minute mark, and I can start giving you years.
Just start giving me hints. Bobby Lashley? Shayna?
No.
No, she did not.
Okay, 2024.
2024. That was Damien?
No.
Priest?
No.
It was Drew.
Uh-huh.
Did Drew win it twice?
Mm-mm.
Drew?
Okay. 2021 men's. Held the contract for 57 days.
He had to have lost.
Mm-mm.
He won?
He won.
Cashed it in.
Cashed in and won. I won't tell you who he cashed in on. I feel like that might give it away. Maybe I'll give it to you late.
God. No.
I thought I knew this year. Okay. 2018 men.
Hey, I'm blanking at this point.
All right.
Give me little hints.
49 held it for 49 minutes, won it in 2010. Was a lot older at the time than he won. Yes. Kane.
I remember that was the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
I'll tell you this, on the current list, only 2 people are still in the WWE. And they're both women. None of the other winners are still in the WWE. Shut up, Frankie! Alexa Bliss
Really?
did win Money in the Bank. Held it for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. She cashed in on Nia.
Cashed it on Nia, yeah.
Oh, Tiffany Stratton. What
Tiffany
the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh my God.
Frankie, how much time we got? 2:56. Got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, just give me some more hints.
2012, regarded as one of the greatest cash-ins of all time.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler.
See, it's just
2017, it wasn't the same after this. Because I think he failed. It was never the same.
Wade Barrett.
No.
There was a guy who. Oh, Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
I think Baron Corbin's very happy not doing wrestling
I
anymore.
think he is too.
He
All
looks very happy just cooking meat.
Yeah. You got 3 more.
I've got
2011, 2018, 2021. All men. 2011, he held it for 28 days.
Jack Swagger.
No.
Jack Swagger won one though.
Yeah, you said him already.
No, I didn't. I never said Jack Swagger.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I already got him off the list.
I never said Jack
Oh,
Swagger.
I thought you did already. No.
Cesaro never won it. No. Who did he beat? Who did he cash in on?
I'm looking that up for you. Yeah, after
If you
this,
give me
can just
hints, I'll
guess
get
the
'em.
3.
For the love of God.
Yeah. Like these are big. Okay, I'll tell you. 2011. This was who was in the match: Alex Riley, Evan Bourne, Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, and The Miz.
Kofi?
Wasn't it The Miz?
Nope.
Was it Ray?
Nope.
Alex Riley?
It was none of them. That's what it says on here.
It was none of
I'm
them?
going off what it says on the
won
official
it?
list.
Wait, somebody came in and took
on
it?
the official.
Was it Edge
what
again?
It says it was Alberto Del Rio.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot Del Rio had it.
2018. Now I won't. Now I'll say everyone who was in it, and I will not tell you who.
That's fine.
What did I say? 2018. Okay. Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Kofi, Rusev, Samoa Joe, The Miz.
You said
do
these
it
guys
again?
are not in the company anymore.
Do it again.
Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, Samoa Joe, The Miz.
Was it Kevin?
No. Who I told, I'm telling you just who's in the match, but I didn't tell you who won. I didn't say who won. I
The
didn't say
one
the
who
name,
won?
I didn't say the name of the winner of the guy who won.
Oh. I have no clue. Who'd he cash in on?
He actually relinquished the contract.
See, yeah, I don't remember that.
Is it named?
Held the contract for 70 days.
It's 2017 or 18?
2018. Give it to me.
Braun Strowman.
Oh, who cares?
And then really,
Yeah, because he tried to cash it in on Roman, and the Shield showed up.
and then 2021.
That's crazy that we don't.
I can't remember
Can't remember
2021.
I remember, like researching it. I remember a lot of people really liked that this guy won it.
Big card guy? Never won the WWE title?
This was his first WWE title. Yes.
But this was to
When he
win
cashed
it.
in. When he cashed in, he won his first WWE title.
Oh, good God.
And he's not in the WWE per se.
Per se, which means he's
Bobby Roode?
in the back or working for NXT.
Is it Roode?
It's not Bobby.
In the match was Ricochet, Morrison, Riddle, McIntyre, Owens, Nakamura, Seth Rollins, and one other.
Oh, damn. I'm watching this.
I'm going to look up who he cashed in on for you.
Wait a minute. Will? All those guys, I remember watching. Damn,
He
dude.
cashed in on Lashley.
Big E.
Big E!
Oh my
Big
God!
E.
How can I get Big E? Dude? He's 100% WWE. What are you talking about? He
Huh?
does the pregame
He's just
shows
not
and stuff.
wrestling
He's just not
anymore.
wrestling.
I said he's
Yeah.
not in the
Per se.
WWE
Yeah,
per
damn.
se. He only does the pre-show now.
Big E. And Raw, he cashed in, right? It was when he won on Raw or no?
I think so.
Damn.
So did he go over in that time?
Big
Did he-
E. Oh yeah, we went.
Okay.
I canceled the time like a minute and a
Okay.
half. It was like 10 minutes ago. Damn.
There was a lot on
We should've
just
gotten
you.
Big
My
E.
plan was to have you and Nick up here. and I was gonna give you a little bit less time to do it because it was both. of you, but
We should have gotten Big E. I can't have.
See, I'm way better at Rumbles.
it took you a long
Rumbles
time to
would've
get
taken-
Tiffany. I'm
dude.
not gonna lie.
Yeah, that
took
one was
you
bad.
A long
That
time.
one was bad. That one was bad.
was bad.
I'll admit that. That was not a good look for me.
You got Tiffy 10 times. We totally forgot about Tiffany's
See,
strategy.
but
I was like,
in my head, I was trying to start from the beginning and work
No, and that's
forward.
fair.
Yeah.
I would have worked back.
well, just clean it right now. Then.
Royal
Hacksaw,
Rumble.
Chip Duggan, Hogan.
Royal
Hogan.
Rumble, you could probably clear.
Big John Stud.
We'll do that next year for
Yeah,
Royal
that's gotta be
Rumble.
next week.
I can.
I
Have
like
you
the
guys go
quizzes.
through the
We should do
whole-
quizzes every week. About
I would like to do that. It's just I'd like a visual. I'd like to figure out how to get a visual for it.
Tough to figure out. All right, you got anything else?
What's your favorite cash in?
My all-time favorite
Men and women.
cash-in? Lives is pretty solid. I like Lives just because there's a lot of emotion behind that. My favorite men's cash-in. I mean, me being a Punk fan, I love Punk's cash-ins. They
Which
were
one?
Great. Both of them.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna go both.
Both of them, because everybody lost their damn mind with that.
I'm gonna go Seth, and I'm gonna go probably Alexa.
Just for the pure fact that nobody thought it would happen, I lean Miz, because that reaction from the crowd is epic. Epic. Anything else?
No.
Frankie, you
that's
got
it.
anything? No, good. Shut up. All right, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Bad Karma Wrestling. Nick will hopefully be back next week. I'll be good to go next week, hopefully. Frankie, we don't care about. Scotty, he'll be back in the back again, and we'll be able to chuck stuff at his head. So for us at Bad Karma Wrestling, everybody have a great rest of the week. Stay positive, be positive, surround yourself with positive people, and positive things will happen for you. We'll see you next week here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.